Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome back and greetings to you all. Myself David Raju Kunduri, working as Associate Professor, Department of CSC from St. Peter's Engineering College. Today in this video we are going to see pointers topic from second unit of programming for problem solving subject. Before discussing about this pointers topic, I would like to thank Almighty God for this wonderful opportunity. Now in this video, we will see pointers with respect to definition, purpose, types, declaration syntax, memory allocation, initialization, dereferencing operation of those types of pointers and example program. First of all, what is meant by a pointer? Pointer means a name of the memory location, just like ordinary variable only, but the thing is the name of the memory location which holds the address of another variable is of same type. We need to keep this particular point in our mind, that is same type, always pointer and hold address of same data type variable. What is the purpose of pointers? Why we need to go for pointers? To speed up the program execution, generally pointers will be used. In what way? Let us give an example. For example, I want to access a particular variable to perform so and so task or so and so operation. So what happens? Compiler will search that particular variable, whether it is present in the memory or not, whether memory allocated or not. That variable will be searched within the whole memory. In that particular case, it consumes a lot of time. To avoid that searching time, to reduce search time, we can use pointers. So in what way? If for example, let us consider one a pointer variable declared in our program, and that pointer variable initializes with the address of that variable. So in this particular case, if I want to access that particular variable, instead of specifying that variable name, if I specify pointer variable name, in this case, instead of searching here and there, that will directly hit that particular memory location. In that way, I can reduce searching time and I can increase speed of the program execution. That we will see the coming slides with example. Now, what are the different types of pointers? These are of three types. One is a single pointer, second one is double pointer, third one is a void pointer. This void pointer also sometimes called as a null pointer. So what it is, we'll discuss in detail in the next slide. The first one is a single pointer. This is also called as a pointer. Single pointer. If you want to use a single pointer to solve any given problem, first we need to know the syntax of a particular single pointer. Its syntax is like this: data type, any data type, we can use any primary data type, and pointer variable need to be declared. So while declaring pointer variable, we are supposed to use one important operator that is called asterisk, that is called a pointer operator. So with the help of this pointer operator, we can declare different pointer variables. Always pointer variables precedes with a special symbol. That symbol is called pointer operator symbol. Example is int a and pointer operator. With the help of pointer operator, one pointer variable IPTR declared. Immediately, compiler takes responsibility to allocate memory for those variables. This is ordinary variable, and it is actually our pointer variable. Okay, so what happens? This pointer variable holds address of this ordinary variable. That is nothing but point. What is the definition? Point is a name of the memory location which holds address of another variable is of same type. So here a as well as IPTR both are qualified as integer type. That's right, same type. Then the initialization, just like ordinary variables, pointer variables also need to be initialized before you say it. How to initialize? This is the syntax part. Data type, then pointer variable. That pointer variable need to be initialized with the address of a variable. That we can see the help of example. That is integer a ordinary variable and pointer variable. Integer a initialized with its value 10 and pointer variable initialized with the address of a. This variable address given to pointer variable. That we can understand with the help of particular diagram. So in this diagram, A address is 1000, A value is 10. IPTR address is 2000, its value is address of A. So address of A given to IPTR. So IPTR holds address of A. A address is given to IPTR. That is nothing but a pointer. Point is the name of the memory location which holds address of another variable is of same type. Like this, we are supposed to initialize a pointer variable before its usage. Now we will see different pointer variables declaration example. That is here one integer pointer variable declared that can hold integer variables address, double pointer declared that can hold double variable address, floating point pointer declared that can hold a floating point variables address, character pointer declared that can hold character variables address. The actual data type of value of all pointers, whether integer, float, character, and all are the same. That means all pointer variables will occupy same size. That means in terms of bytes. In terms of bytes, all pointer variables will occupy. For example, integer type of pointer variable also, Windows point of view 2 bytes. This one also occupies 2 bytes. This floating point variable also occupies 2 bytes. Character variable also occupies 2 bytes. For example, another variable like long integer, that long integer also will occupy same 2 bytes only in the Windows point of view. It is Linux operating system point of view, all pointer variables will occupy 4 bytes of memory. That point of view, all are same. A long hexadecimal number that represents a memory address. Generally, memory addresses will be in the form of long hexadecimal numbers. The only difference between pointers of different data types is the data type of variable or constant that the pointer points to. Generally, these pointers occupy same size, but that will point to different variables address. This point we are supposed to keep in our mind. By keeping this particular point in our mind, try to understand the next slides. Then first one is the single pointer dereferencing operation. First of all, what is meant by dereferencing operation? The dereferencing operation is like this: the process of accessing the value of a particular variable only by using pointer variable, without touching ordinary variable, along with the indirection operator. What is that indirection operator? The indirection operator is this thing. Same asterisk in the declaration part, we'll call it as pointer. Same operator in the executable part, we'll call it as direction operator. That point you need to keep in your mind. By keeping that particular point in your mind, try to understand this example. In this example, you see, first, like this, generally we will initialize the pointer variables. Then we need to declare ordinary variable as well as pointer variable. Then A is 10. IPTR holds address of A is of same type. And with the help of this statement, I am trying to perform the dereferencing operation. This statement illustrates the dereferencing operation that we will discuss with the help of this example. Here, A value is 10 and PTR holds address of A, that is 1000. This 1000 given to PTR variable. Now, with the help of this particular PTR variable, we will perform dereferencing operation with the help of this indirection operator. We will not touch A variable. We will use IPTR and we will try to modify this value 10. See how to modify, how we are going to modify A value with the help of IPTR. So that we will discuss with the help of this example. Listen carefully, observe carefully. In this indirection operator, IPTR is equal to indirection operator, IPTR is equal to 50. So what is IPTR actually? What is IPTR? This IPTR is this thing, 1000. IPTR contains what? 1000. This 1000 will be substituted over here. That is 1000 substituted, and apply this indirection operator. That is the value within this 1000 location is, that's why arrow specified like this. If you apply indirection operator, the value within this 1000 location is, once again you go back to 1000 location. What is the 1000 location? This 1000 is here. The 1000 location is what? This 1000 location is 10. This 10 will be substituted over here. So that is 10, and this 50 will be added to 10. So 10 plus 50 is what? 60. This 60 will be transferred to LHS part. What is LHS part? IPTR. IPTR means what? Just now only has seen, that is 1000 will be substituted over here. If you apply indirection operator upon this particular 1000, what we will get? The 1000 location will be, 1000 location is what? This box. This 1000 location is, this is box. And within that box, previously what value is there? 10. Now this 10 will be replaced with this 60. So that's why previous 10 replaced with now 60. That 60 stored in the variable A. So that is A value previously 10. Now it is replaced with what? 60. So that this process is called dereferencing operation. Without using variable name I, by using IPTR in this statement, performed dereferencing operation, and meanwhile 60 obtained, that 60 transferred to this location, that is nothing but 1. That is about a dereferencing operation, process of accessing a value of a variable only by using pointer variable along with indirection operator is called pointer dereferencing. Next slide we will see pointer to pointer concept. That is also called as, this pointer to pointer is also called as double pointer. Double pointer means two pointer operators will be used to declare pointer variable. First we will discuss syntax part of double pointer, that is data type, any primary data type, and any valid identifier name along with two pointer operators we can declare. So example, one ordinary variable and one single pointer and double pointer. So always immediately by seeing this, compiler will allocate memory for those variables like this. A address location is 1000, IPTR1 is 2000, IPTR2 is 2000. Now we will see initialization concept. Before using double pointer, we need to initialize it. So how to initialize? Data type, pointer variable, and address. Example: A, PTR1 and PTR2. A is 10. That is that you can understand by seeing this particular diagram. You can understand A value is 10 and its address location is 1000. And IPTR1 is a single pointer initialized with the ordinary variable. So this 1000 given to IPTR1, and IPTR2 is, this is actually our double pointer variable. Double pointer variable initialized with what? Single pointer. That means single pointer holds address of ordinary variable, double pointer holds address of single pointer address. So single pointer address is what here? IPTR1 address is 2000. That one given to IPTR2. So IPTR2 holds address of single pointer. Now with the help of this IPTR2, what will I do? I can access value of A, which is to perform dereferencing operation, that we will discuss in the next slide. Yeah, in this dereferencing operation of pointer to pointers, that is dereferencing operation of pointer to pointer, that is what? The process of accessing the value of a variable only by using double pointer, along with the indirection operator. That is, in the case of indirection operator, two indirection operators will be used. Okay, so with the help of this example, you can understand very easily. So that is double pointer. Here actually single asterisk is specified. One more we need to specify, two pointer operators. Then One ordinary variable declared, a single pointer operator, integer point, single pointer declared, two operators, double pointer declared, and ordinary variable initialized with 10 that you can see in the diagram, and single point initialized with address of A that you can see in this diagram. So this address given to IPTR1, and in this IPTR2 initialized with IPTR1's address that you can see in this example. That is this IPTR1 address given to IPTR2. Now, with the help of this IPTR2 along with two indirection operators that you can see in this statement, this expression, that is two indirection operators. IPTR2 is equal to two indirection operators, IPTR2 plus 50. I am trying to modify value A into some other. I am trying to update A value with the help of this statement. We'll discuss the dereferencing operation of the double pointer with the help of this diagram. Observe carefully, listen carefully, so that you can understand very easily. Now let us consider this statement. In this statement, what is their IPTR2? What is this IPTR2? This IPTR2 contains what? 2000 location. So 2000 locations substituted over here. Very good. Then apply indirection operator upon 2000. First indirection operator upon 2000 location. What we will get? The value within this 2000. The meaning of that one is the value within that 2000 location is what? 2000 location is 1000. That 1000 will be substituted here. And the second indirection operator, the value within this 1000 location is what? 10. 10 will be substituted over here. Yes, substituted. 10 plus 50 is what? 60. That 60 will be transferred to which location? So IPTR2. What is IPTR2? 2000 location. IPTR2 is what? 2000. 2000 will be substituted. And apply indirection operator upon 2000, we will get 1000. Then apply another indirection operator. The value within this 1000 location is what? 10. The 10 will be replaced with what? This 60. So previous 10 replaced with now 60. So this 60 stored here. That is about updated value. Like this, we can perform dereferencing operation to modify the value of A without touching A by using double pointer. That double pointer along with indirection operator. That concept is called dereferencing operation. Double pointer dereferencing operation. I hope this double pointer, pointer to pointer, declaration, initialization, and dereferencing operation clear to you all. Then coming to void pointer. What is meant by a void pointer? Void pointer is a pointer always can hold address of any type of variable. Any type of variable address can be assigned to void pointer. Void means what? Nothing. Nothing means it can hold anything. It's not talking about a specific thing. It is about nothing. Nothing means it can hold any type of variables address. Before discussing about void pointers, first we will see the syntax part of void pointer. That is, in this case, data type must and should be a void type, and one void pointer variable, any valid identifier with a pointer operator we need to declare. Then example is int A and in void VPTR. VPTR, the name VPTR is not compulsory. Optional. Any name we can take, any valid identifier name we can take. Once we declare two variables, immediately compiler allocate a memory of those two variables in this format. Then if you want to keep or if you want to initialize before using any variable, we are supposed to initialize. Similarly, void pointer also need to be initialized in the following way. That is, this is about syntax part and example. So by seeing this, compiler allocates memory and compiler keeps these values in the corresponding memory location like this, and address of A given to VPTR. So VPTR is of void type and A is of integer type. So it doesn't matter, void pointer can hold any type of variables address. That is about declaration, syntax, declaration and initialization. Now we will see the dereferencing operation of void pointers. Dereferencing operation of void pointer. What is meant by dereferencing operation of void pointer? The process of accessing or initializing or modifying the value of a variable only by using pointer variable. What type of pointer? Void pointer, along with indirection operator, by using typecasting concept. Extra typecasting need to be performed. What is meant by typecasting? Typecasting topic comes under type conversions. Type conversions means while evaluating any expression, one type of value will be converted into another type. There are two types, implicit, explicit. So this explicit type conversion comes under typecasting. So that means we'll see in detail. Let us consider this example. In this example, data type, void pointer initialized with any type of variables address, then integer variable declared, and the compiler allocates memory, and that value stored in the variable a, and VPTR initialized with address of a. So compiler allocates memory, not only memory, the address of that variable a given to is here. This is not IPTR, this is VPTR, and VPTR initialized with a variable a address. Then what I am doing here in this case, typecasting. I am performing typecasting concept over here. That is typecasting specified over here. This is called typecasting concept. So VPTR means what? VPTR is 1000. So 1000 means so this statement we can understand very easily with the help of this particular diagram. So carefully. So actually this is not IPTR, this is VPTR, and this is also VPTR. So what is VPTR? VPTR is actually 1000. So 1000 substituted over here, and the value within this 1000 location is what? 10. So 10 plus 50, it is 60. So before performing that one, so actually the statement perform typecasting. That means actually VPTR is of void pointer type. So void pointer void pointer can hold any type of variables address, but void pointer cannot access integer variable value. Integer value cannot be accessed by using void pointer. For that purpose, here before VPTR we are supposed to specify typecasting, that is int star. That is int star means this VPTR, void type VPTR converted into integer type. Then this one can access integer value. So that integer value is substituted over here. 10 plus 50, it is 60. The 60 will be transferred to corresponding location. That VPTR already converted into integer type, and that VPTR contains 1000 location, and within that 1000 location, this value 60 will be stored. That is about 10 will be replaced with 60. Even I can display 60 value also. So once again, we will discuss first what is VPTR void type. VPTR is void type. What it is? 1000. It can hold integer variables address, but it cannot access integer value. Once again, void pointer can hold integer variables address, but cannot access integer value. To access integer value, this void pointer need to be converted into integer type. That's why that typecasting performed over here. So temporarily, I am converting void type into integer type. Now it is valid. So VPTR means what? 1000. That 1000 will be substituted over here. The 1000 substituted over here. Then indirection operator will be applied. What is the value within this 1000 location? Meaning is the value within this 1000 location is 10. The 10 will be substituted and added to 50, so that will become 60. That 60 will be stored in what? VPTR. VPTR means 1000. The value within this 1000 location is what? That is the 20 replaced with this 60. This one only explained in this diagram. So here this is not IPTR, this is VPTR, and in front of V we are supposed to specify typecasting star, and remaining thing as is. This is about void pointer dereferencing. So in this example, illustrates displaying integer variable, its address, the help of pointer along with variable address also. So here, address of a variable we can display with the help of address operator, and we can display the help of pointer variable. Even we can display value of a variable by using pointer variable by performing dereferencing operation. Value IP contains what? Address. The value within that address location is what? It's 20 only. 20 will be displayed. So if we execute this particular program, we can obtain output. So first printf statement displays this address, and second printf statement displays same address, but here address of variable specified, here pointer variable specified, and the third printf displays. So the value within that address location is what? 20. The 20 will be displayed. That is about output of this particular program. Then pointer to arrays. In this example, see one double type array variable declared. Array variable itself contains generally base address. Keep that particular point in your mind. Array variable itself contains base address, and double type of pointer declared. That pointer variable initialized with the balance. Balance is what? Itself contains base address. So base address will be given to the pointer variable. With the help of this pointer variable contains what? Base address of balance array variable. And by using this particular balance contains base address plus fourth location. Fourth location means 4 is what? Double type. So that is for example, let us consider 1000 location is the base address of double point, plus 4 into internal scaling factor. 4 means double pointer always holds 8 bytes. Windows point of view, 4 8 32. 32 will be added to 1000. Total it is 1032 will be accessed with the help of this statement. And if you apply this indirection operator upon this particular 1000, then the value within this 1000 location will be displayed. That is about dereferencing operation with the help of array variable. And even by using pointer variable also, here address of array variable given to pointer. So in this case, the base address, the indirection operator upon base address means this thing, first element will be displayed. In this case, second element address and the indirection operator upon that particular second element will get a second element. And in this case, third element address, the indirection operator upon this third address will get a third element. Like this, we can display all the elements with the help of array variable as well as pointer variable. That is about pointers to arrays concept. Then coming to pointers to arrays, simple example, balance array variable is of double type, initialized with different elements, all double type of values, and one pointer variable declared, that one initialized with balance, address of array variable given to pointer variable, and we need to keep values in that particular location. We need to access those locations. That is, I means initially 0, and p plus I means base address plus 0. That is the base address 0th location, and indirection operator upon this particular 1000 location will get first 1000. Next I value will be updated. Next 1000 plus 1 into internal scaling factor 8 bytes, 1008 second element, indirection operator upon 1008, that is this element. Like that, each and every element can be accessed and can be displayed with the help of pointer variable. Even by using array variable also we can display. Why? Because array variable also contains base address. This is also similar to pointers. So in the array variable is indirectly one type of pointer variable. That is about pointers to arrays concept. If you execute this program, you will get a output like this. First we use the pointer variable. Delp of pointer variable 0th location element is this thing. First location element is this thing. Second location, third location, fourth location. So base address plus 0 into 8, base address plus 1 into 8, base address plus 2 into 8, like that. So I will show you that particular. Let me show you that particular thing. So how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So double means generally double data type occupies how many bytes? Each and every element occupies 1008 bytes. So base address is 1000. Then second element plus 8 bytes, so 1008. And third element another 8, 1008 plus 8, 16, 1016. And 1016 plus 8, 1024. And 1024 plus 8, 1032. So here this P pointing to P plus 0 pointing to address of first element, and indirection operator upon that particular 1000 location, you can access this value. And next one is 1 into 8 means 1000 plus 8, this one pointing to this thing, and indirection operator upon this, and we will get a element. And next one is P plus 2 into 8, 16. So 16 plus 1000, that is 1006. This one pointing to 1006 value. Direction operator upon this thing will get this element. And 3 into 8, 24. This one pointing to this thing. And the direction operator upon this 1024 will get this element. Then 4 into 8, 32. This one pointing to this location. And direction operator upon this address operator will get a location. These are the elements can be displayed with the help of these particular statements. That is about these values. These are the values located in those locations, accessed with the help of direction operators along with pointers, pointer variables. Then same thing, array variable also contains base address. So base address is nothing but we'll hold base address pointer variable. So array variable itself contains base address, nothing but it is one type of pointer variable. So that if we apply direction operators upon those array variables with the help of index numbers, the corresponding values can be accessed with the help of direction operator. This is called the referencing operation upon pointers as well as upon array variable, which is to access same elements, same type of output. This is about pointers to array concept. Then pointers to structures. Assume that one structure variable declared, structure declared, and structure variable declared over here is pointer variable. Immediately compiler allocate memory for this particular pointer variable, and this pointer variable, by using this particular pointer variable, I can access all these numbers. To access all these numbers, arrow operator use, because this is a pointer variable, not ordinary variable. If it is ordinary variable, instead of arrow operator, we will use dot operator. Then pointers to structures example program, that is here structure person declared and pointer variable declared, and that pointer variable initialized with ordinary structure variable person 1, and that one initialized with the help of pointer variable only without specifying arrow operator but dot operator. Why? Because this pointer variable specified within the parentheses, then dot operator need to be used. If you want to use arrow operator, so that is in this is one type of example. Though it is pointer variable, we can use dot operator. That particular case, let's specify the pointer variable within the parentheses. Then second method we will see by using this particular. This is within the parentheses pointer variable along with the dot operator is same as pointer operator along with the arrow operator and number. Similarly, this thing is equivalent to this thing. So here dot operator used, here arrow operator used. Here within the parentheses pointer variable specified along with indirection operator. Here Without indirection operator, directly arrow operator. Right. That is about dot as well as arrow operator. So this example can be another format. We can write the help of arrow operator like this. Same program. See here, arrow operator used to access numbers. Arrow operator used to access numbers of the structure. The same thing we can display with the help of printf statement by specifying arrow operator, age as well as weight. That is about pointers to structures in another way of referencing structure with the help of arrow operator. Then use of pointers in self-referential structures. What is meant by a self-referential structure? Observe carefully. Self-referential means this is structure and this member is integer type. This member is a character type. But this member is a link member is not a character integer. It is of same struct node type. If any one of the structure member declared as pointer and that one qualified as same structure type, then it is called self-referential structure. Once again, any one of the member declared as pointer variable, pointer member and qualified as same structure type, then that structure is called self-referential structure. So self-referential structures are those structures that have one or more pointers which point to the same type of structure. Same type of structure. You need to remember this point. Same type of structures. Its type is link type is the same structure type. That is called self-referential structure. In other words, structures pointing to the same type of structures are self-referential in self-referential structures in nature. So in this main function, one object for this struct node created, that is object OB. And with the help of this OB, I can access those members. What is meant by a node? It is a node which contains two fields, data field and link field. So always this link field holds address of another node is of same type. In this case, data 1, data 2 is of integer, this is of character, it is of pointer type, it is of struct node type. That's why it is called self-referential structure. Anyhow, we'll discuss these self-referential structures in data structures in the second year in detail. If time permits, don't worry. Then coming to example for that self-referential structures. This is a node, contains three fields. So its base address is 1000, first node. The second node base address is 2000. So to understand this one, you can imagine a railway train, railway bogies. So each and every bogie connected to each other. So this is the second bogie, is the first bogie. For example, this is the first bogie and this is the second bogie. The second bogie connected to first bogie. So the second bogie address is 2000 given to first bogie link field. Means after this first bogie, this one connected to second bogie. This one access second bogie. This second bogie is of what type? This is also node and this is also node. Already this node structure defined in the previous slide. That is struct node, integer type, character type. Let us consider character A, and this is also integer and character something some B, and this is a link field which holds address of second node, and this is null which holds, that means after this there is no another node. Always null link field holds address of another node. That is about self-referential structures. This concept is also called as linked list. Collection of nodes, each node representing a structure contains different fields. That is data field is of integer and character, and link field is of struct node type, is a pointer type which holds address of another node. That we will discuss in detail with the help of example programs in the second year in the form of data structures. A self-referential structure you can understand with the help of this program. That is a struct node contains three fields. One is integer, another one is data, character type, and a link field pointer variable is of same struct node type. For this structure, two objects, that is object 1 created, and object 1 link is null, and the data is 10, and this 20 is character type, for example. And another object created, object 2 is also initialized with object 2 link null, and object 2 data 30, object 2 data 40. In this case, let me explain with a diagram. So in this is called object 1. So object 1, data 1, and this is data 2. So data 1 is what? 10. Data 2 is what? 20. And link field is what? Null. Similarly, object 2. So this is first field, second field. And here object 2 data is 30. Object 2 data is 40. And object 2 link is null. And what I'm doing here, object 1 dot link. What is object 1 dot link? This is object 1. Its link initialized with object 2 address. For example, this address is 1000, and this node address is 2000. And object 2 means object 2 address is 2000, given to whom? Object 1 dot link. Object 1 dot link is this thing. This one replaced with this address 2000. Nothing but this one pointing to this node. So collection of nodes, each node representing a structure. So first object, a link field connecting to second object. From this I can access second object details. Now second object address given to object 1. So in the printf statement, what I am doing, you see, printf object 1 dot link data 1. Object 1 actually contains what? Object 2 address. Object 2 means 2000. So that 2000 location data is what? 30. And its link object 1 dot link data 2 is what? 40. This 40 will be means the help of object 1 I am accessing object 2 and displaying object 2 data 1 data 2. If you execute this particular program, you can obtain this particular output, that is details of object 2 accessed in the form of object 1 dot link. Okay, that is this thing. Through object 1 I am accessing object 2, and help of object 2 I am displaying those details. That is about this thing. So for that output is this one. I hope self-referential structures clear to you all. So that is the end of the session. So in this video, so far we have seen pointers, its definition, the purpose of the pointers, and declaration syntax, types of pointers, one dimensional, pointer to single pointer, double pointer, and void pointer, and its memory allocation, declaration, memory allocation, initialization, dereferencing operation, and pointers to arrays, pointers to structures, arrays within the structure, array of structures. That is pointers to arrays, pointers to structures, then self-referential structures. All these points discussed so far. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel, that is the Teach to Reach the Learnings channel. Thank you, and thank you all.